What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a WrestleMania themed, another WrestleMania show. This is my best of WrestleMania, my favorite WrestleMania matches. This is part one. There's been so many WrestleMania matches that I've really liked and loved. There has to be more than one part. And there will be 2 or 3 parts of my best of WrestleMania matches. If you haven't seen some of these matches or you don't want to watch, if you're a younger fan, you don't want to watch the earlier WrestleManias, just check out these matches that I mentioned. Or if you're an older fan like me, watch them over. I've watched over many of them. Many times. So let's start with my best of WrestleMania matches. Let's start with the first WrestleMania, where there were not very many good matches, but it was historic. Before I give you my first favorite WrestleMania match, I'm gonna give you a couple WrestleMania fun facts. Maybe you didn't know this. I came up with a small list. There's a ton of WrestleMania facts you could find out probably on the internet, but these are a few that I thought were good and interesting. So, this is all the talent, superstars, announcers, commentators that appeared from WrestleMania 1 until WrestleMania 9. They appeared on the first 9 WrestleManias. That's a pretty great run. That's a really good run. They were there at WrestleMania 9, and they were there at WrestleMania 1 until 9. Or up until 9. Tito Santana was on the first WrestleMania. He was also a part of the dark match, I believe, on WrestleMania 9. He was on a dark match, but he was still in the damn show. Not the pay-per-view, but he was in a dark match. He was at WrestleMania Wrestling, so I'm going to count that. Hulk Hogan was the guy, the franchise, from WrestleMania 1 to 9. He was there on the first 9 WrestleManias with Tito Santana also, who was on WrestleMania 1 and 9, from 1 until 9. Bobby the Brain Heenan, and he was great on all of them. Jimmy Hart was a part of WrestleMania 1 up until 9. Gorilla Monsoon was a part of every WrestleMania from 1 until 9. And that's it. That's all the talent I could think of. And, of course, the announcer, Howard Finkel, was a part of a lot of WrestleManias for at least over 2 decades. Or at least, I believe, 25 years or more, he was the announcer, the ring announcer. Also, this was pretty funny. Jimmy Hart was a heel for the first 8 WrestleManias, and at WrestleMania 9 was Jimmy Hart's first WrestleMania as a babyface manager. So there's some fun facts. All those guys, Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, Tito Santana, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, they all appeared on the first, and Macho Man. Well, Macho Man appeared at WrestleMania 2, was his WrestleMania debut, but he appeared on 8 of them. So I'll throw in Macho Man 2. He was there for 8 of them. Or maybe 9 of them, because he wrestled at WrestleMania 10. So he's on 9 of them, I believe. 8 or 9. Also, these guys appeared on only 2 WrestleManias. These 2 talents appeared on only 2 of them. Wrestling. The first one's Lex Luger. I was not a fan of his, but he was a big star and a big name. He appeared on only 2 I take that back. He appeared on 3. I just remembered he was at WrestleMania 11 in a match that no one cared about in a tag. So Lex was on 9, 10, and 11. If you want to go back to 8, he appeared on camera at WrestleMania 8. So he's on 4 WrestleManias, but he wrestled on 3 of them. The other guy is Paul Orndorff. Really good talent, legend, Hall of Famer. Paul Orndorff, sadly, only appeared at 2 WrestleManias. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, appeared on only WrestleMania 1 and 2. I don't know why the fuck he couldn't get on WrestleMania 3. I don't know why. Did he have fucking heat with Vince? I don't get it. Was he injured? I don't know. But that sucks that Paul Orndorff could not get on WrestleMania 3. My final fact, WrestleMania fun facts. Only 1 WrestleMania these guys appeared on. The Steiner brothers. They only appeared on 1 WrestleMania. The Giant Gonzalez only appeared on 1 WrestleMania for good reason. He was horrible in the ring. Really nice guy, just bad in the ring. The other guy that only appeared and wrestled at 1 WrestleMania in his whole career, Sting. And sadly, he lost. And that was bullshit. The other guy, I don't know how many he appeared on. Maybe a couple. But Great Khali did not appear on very many. Maybe he did. I blocked it out. There are some fun WrestleMania facts. Now let's get back to my best of WrestleMania matches. My favorite WrestleMania matches. WrestleMania 1. I'm going to put SD Jones and King Kong Bundy on my favorite WrestleMania matches list. Why? Because it was hilarious. It's a squash match. And maybe some hate it. Put it on their worst WrestleMania matches. Not me. I enjoyed it. It was so short. And it was hilarious. King Kong Bundy with a WrestleMania record. Like 8 or 9 seconds. He won. It was like a squash match. And it got, in my opinion, it got over King Kong Bundy even bigger. Like, holy fuck, he destroyed SD Jones that quick. So he's a threat to the world title. Or he's a threat to Hogan, I guess. Other matches, they were not good. I will put the main event at Andre and Big John Studd. The Body Slam Challenge. And I guess that's one of my favorites. It was not very good, but it wasn't bad. 2 legendary giants going at it for $15,000. Also, I will put on the main event on my favorite best of WrestleMania matches. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T against Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff. It was not a good match, but it's historic. So that's why I put it on my best of WrestleMania matches. Now let's go to WrestleMania 2, where I will say, this fucking app. I gotta get out of this. I had the WWE Network opened, and that was not working. So I had to keep scrolling down to get to WrestleMania matches. So I'll just go to the internet to get the WrestleMania cards. I'll talk about WrestleMania 2. One of my favorite WrestleMania matches is on there. Hulk Hogan, King Kong Bundy in the steel cage for the WWF Championship. I loved it. I thought it was good. King Kong Bundy got busted open. Hogan body slammed him and retained. WrestleMania 3. I'm going to pick two matches as my favorite on WrestleMania 3. I'm pretty sure you can guess what they are. For the Intercontinental title, Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon, challenging Randy Savage. Epic, legendary IC title WrestleMania match. And the main event, iconic main event, will live forever. Hulk Hogan body slamming Andre the Giant for the WWF title, defeats Andre. It was epic. WrestleMania 4. Not many matches at all is my favorite. This is my best of WrestleMania matches, best of WrestleMania show. WrestleMania 4, I will only say the tag titles, Strike Force defending against Demolition. That was my only favorite match on WrestleMania 4. In my opinion, that was the best match on the card. Or you could say Savage, Ted DiBiase was. That was good too. In the finals. But you could have an epic rematch. From WrestleMania 3 and 4, you could have done Ricky Steamboat against Savage. And Steamboat could have put over Savage. It would have been two baby faces, but no. Never happened. Ricky Steamboat lost to Greg Valentine in the tournament. That was stupid. And I believe Ricky Steamboat did not get to put over Savage because Vince didn't want him to advance. Because Ricky Steamboat asked for time off because his son was going to be born. He wanted time off after WrestleMania. And I think Vince punished him and was like, no, I'm not going to give you a great WrestleMania match with Savage. That was so stupid. It was one and done. Ricky Steamboat was one and done in the tournament. What the fuck was that shit? That was stupid. That was bad booking. Let's go to WrestleMania 5. I will put on my best of WrestleMania matches. I will put on the IC title match. Ultimate Warrior defending against Rick Rude. I only put that on my list because Rick Rude won the IC title. That was great. I was never a fan of Warrior. He had a great gimmick. He had insane energy and intensity. Great gimmick. But he was shit in the ring. He'd blow himself up before he got in the ring. He'd blow himself up because the idiot decided to run to the ring and run around it about 5 times. So, Rick Rude winning the IC title, that was great. And the main event of WrestleMania 5, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan. That was really good. WrestleMania 6, I will put on the main event of one of my favorite matches at WrestleMania. The main event of WrestleMania 6, title for title. The Ultimate Challenge. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. It was great. It was fucking awesome. You had like two baby faces that were super over, looked like fucking superheroes going at it. It was great. First ever WrestleMania, by the way, where you had baby faces going at it in the main event. That was at WrestleMania 6. What a great main event that was. Hogan Warrior. WrestleMania 6. That should be on everybody's favorite WrestleMania matches list. WrestleMania 7. Definitely Ultimate Warrior Randy Savage. Thanks to Randy Savage, he made the match good because he made Warrior look good. And he brought the best out of Warrior. And Warrior had some of his best fucking matches with Randy Savage and Rick Rude. But that's because Rick Rude and Randy Savage carried the fucking Warrior. So WrestleMania 7, Warrior Savage is must watch if you have not seen it. Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter, I thought it was boring, but I love the outcome when I was a kid of Hogan getting the title back. So WrestleMania 8, IC title match, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart is great, really good. That belongs on my best of WrestleMania matches. Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, and Ric Flair, Randy Savage at WrestleMania 8 for the WWF title was fucking awesome. Flair bled. That was a no-no in WWF at the time. You were not supposed to bleed. And Flair got yelled at backstage by Vince and had a lot of heat on him for blading. I don't know why the fuck he would yell at Flair. Flair was known of doing that a lot, especially in the 80s. But whatever. I don't know why Vince didn't like his wrestlers to bleed at all until about 97. Is when he really let everybody just about, or a lot of people bleed. 97, 98, 99, a lot of guys bled. Even into the 2000s, the early 2000s, everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are bleeding. Especially Triple H, when he was World Heavyweight Champion. Every pay-per-view he, bled. So let me get to WrestleMania 9. I will say I thought it was a really good match. It was a stupid finish, but it was a good match. Tatanka, Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental title was really good. The Steiner Brothers, Head Shrinkers was good. Really good tag match. And I don't care if this gets me heat or if you don't like it. I liked Hulk Hogan defeating Yokozuna for the title. So that's going on my favorite WrestleMania matches show because I popped and I liked it. So there it is. Now let's go to WrestleMania 10, where I would say WrestleMania 10. I really enjoyed Randy Savage Crush. Falls Count Anywhere. I loved the ladder match for the IC title. Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels. I also enjoyed Bret Hart, Yokozuna for the world title. That was great. And the opening match. How could I forget? Owen Hart, Bret Hart. That was fantastic. It was great. Let's go to WrestleMania 11. I did not like the show at all. I did not like WrestleMania 11. It's one of my least favorite ever WrestleManias is 11. The only good match I will say was Shawn Michaels Diesel. That's it. The rest I did not like. Jeff Jarrett Razor, I guess, was okay. But whatever. So WrestleMania 11, I would say the IC title match and the WWF title match were the only good matches worth watching. And they were my only favorites out of WrestleMania 11. Let's go to 12. WrestleMania 12. The main event, of course, the Iron Man match was epic. It was great. It was fantastic. I loved it that Shawn Michaels won. Shawn Michaels was my favorite wrestler in 96. So I was really happy when Shawn Michaels won. Also at WrestleMania 12, the Hollywood Backlot Brawl. That was really good. Roddy Piper, Goldust. And also, why not? I'll say Undertaker Diesel. I liked also. So that goes on my WrestleMania best of. Let's go to WrestleMania 13. Of course, a submission match. Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin was fucking fucking fantastic, great, awesome, incredible. I loved it. Ken Shamrock was the guest referee enforcer. That was awesome because the guy was legit badass right out of the UFC. And let's see what else happened at 13. Not that much. Stone Cold Bret Hart. And I guess I'll include Sid Undertaker because they're like two fucking monster giants going at it. That was pretty cool to see. But that's it from WrestleMania 13. WrestleMania 14. I gotta say the main event. And that's it. Shawn Michaels Stone Cold was really good. WrestleMania 15. I will say the main event was my favorite match of the show. Stone Cold against The Rock for the WWF title. Their first WrestleMania main event in the trilogy that they would have. 15, 17, 19. They were main event matches. Stone Cold against The Rock. Now let's go to 18. Or not 18, I skipped over 16. Let's go to WrestleMania 16. I enjoyed the Hardcore Championship Invitational. That was entertaining to me. So that goes on my best of. Also, trying to think of all the matches in my head. I guess the main event. Triple H, Big Show, Mick Foley, and Triple H, Big Show, The Rock, Mick Foley. That's a pretty big main event. A lot of great main event talents were in it. It was not that great of a match, but it wasn't bad. Now let's go to WrestleMania 17. One of the best cards of all time. Great WrestleMania. I would put WrestleMania 17 in my top 5 as one of the best. You got to go with TLC 2. The Dudleys, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, legendary WrestleMania match. Also, the TLC 2 and then the main event, Stone Cold The Rock, and that's it. Those were my 2 favorite matches out of WrestleMania 17. Let's go to 18. Ric Flair, The Undertaker, great. Hollywood Hogan, The Rock, fucking epic. Legendary WrestleMania match. The Rock Hogan at WrestleMania 18 should be on everybody's favorite WrestleMania match countdown or list. And that's it. Hogan, The Rock, Undertaker, Flair. WrestleMania 19. Some of my best favorite matches. Hogan against Mr. McMahon. That was fucking really good. I did not think it would be that good, but it was. Also, Stone Cold The Rock. WrestleMania 19, Stone Cold's final WrestleMania. His final ever match. And Shawn Michaels, Jericho. That was great. Trish, Victoria, Jazz. That was great. So 4 really good matches I loved on WrestleMania 19. So that's it. I gave you a lot of WrestleMania matches from the first 19 WrestleManias. Check them all out if you have not. This has been my best of WrestleMania favorite matches, part 1. Bye for now.